Hello, welcome to A VO's Journey. Today we're going to be talking about a quote. I mentioned it earlier, but I want to really dive into it and help, give it to you to help you with your business right now to help you get more work, okay? Because I think this is really going to help. So thank you for watching. This is, of course, A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony, and this show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business. Sidestep everything that I step in a lot. It is Wednesday, the 8th, so May 8th. I'm very excited. We are almost halfway through May, and on top of that, the kids are getting close. I think they have about 4 weeks. I mean, I guess depending on where you live in the country, but around here, they got about 4 weeks left of school. Then they're done for the summer, so that's pretty crazy. The weather's starting to get warmer out. Lots going on, and voiceover work is picking up. But you might be in one of those situations where you find yourself kind of stuck in a rut or in a spot, and you're like, I just don't know what to do right now. Should I be working on getting better demos? Should I be, getting coaching? Should I be, joining new groups? Should I be getting new equipment? What should I be doing, before I move forward? And today's quote or something, and I always like to have a quote of the day because I think it always sets nicely the day. And of course, you have favorite quotes. But this quote today is from Theodore Roosevelt. And the quote is, do what you can with what you've got where you are. Now, I think he does credit this guy named Squire Bill from Virginia for actually saying the quote. But of course, it's widely attributed to Theodore Roosevelt because it was in his book. But anyways, the point is that I think this quote, for me, it's become like an unspoken personal motto, if you will, right? Because it really, especially with this business, when I started, I had a $40 microphone, some packing blankets, and PVC pipe, and that was it. I had no idea what I was doing. I had never done voiceover in my life. I didn't have demos, didn't have anything. And I smile looking back on it because I don't think we give ourselves enough credit for the amount of courage that it takes to just go do something with what you've got at that moment in time. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how bad you're going to screw up. You don't know how much this is going to cost you in the long run via time, relationships, money, all that kind of. You don't know any of these things. You don't know whether or not you'll get work. You don't know whether you'll be embarrassed. You don't know what people will think of you. You don't know how you'll make stuff happen. You don't even know what you don't know. You feel like you're an imposter. You're trying to tell people you know what you're doing and you've never done it. I mean, this takes a lot of courage. It really does. It takes a lot of courage to start any business, right? I mean, that's what we're doing, to start any venture that we've never done before. And I think this quote kind of solidifies the courage all in one, saying, do what you can right now with whatever you've got, right? And no matter where you are, do what you can. And that's... Now, I don't want you to think that means that we're not trying to improve. We're always trying to improve. We always need to do better. Okay, that's like a given. I mean, that should not be a question. What do we do? We're always, what do we do? We're always trying to do better. We're always trying to learn more. We should be getting coaching. We should be getting acting training. We should be working on new demos. We should be working on getting better equipment. All those things are absolutely, yes, that should be a constant. It's not a question that we should be doing it. But I find that the question often comes, well, if I don't have all of those great things right now, what do I do? And I think that is what separates people who move towards having some success and people who linger, right? Or they're always questioning. Is taking that action right now, no matter with what you have. Now, does that mean you're going to get lots of work? No, of course not. But it means you can get some work. It means you can start. All right. And here's another thing too. And I think it's good to talk about these things out loud. I really do. Because sometimes you have feelings and you don't know if other people feel them. So, I mean, just kind of share. Here's another thing. If you don't take action, if you don't do what you can with what you've got right now, it's almost like it's a wall, right? In your mind, on your shoulders or whatever, or bricks on your shoulders, and they add up. Day in, day out, right? The more you don't take action, the bigger that wall gets, the bigger that load on your back gets, right? The bigger that, boulder in your mind grows. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, right? I mean, you feel this weight every single day. You feel like I should be doing something. I should be doing something. I should be taking action, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready. And what happens is the longer it goes that you don't, rip that Band-Aid off or rip whatever, tear down the wall, just take some sort of action. And it could be auditioning for an audiobook on ACX, right? It could be doing your very best. It might suck. Let's be honest with you. It might suck, but doing your very best to put together a DIY demo, okay? And I know some people will disagree with me, and I'm okay with that. But you're not going to destroy your business, okay? I mean, I'm not telling you to take your DIY demo and go to, top talent agents, okay? But take your DIY demo and put it up on some freelance websites to start. That doesn't mean we stay there, and it doesn't mean you're going to get a lot of business, but that's not the point of this. The point of this is for you to take action because there's something more important happening here. And I think that's you growing you. We don't talk about it a lot. And I understand because so much sometimes we value success as in monetary terms. How much money are you making? Are you successful because of the money? And money will come. It will. I mean, it will. There's so much money in this world. If it's ridiculous. But what there's not a lot of, especially if you don't have it, is confidence in yourself. And part of this whole thing, and it's an incredible experience when you realize it, and like an epiphany when you realize it, or just when you start to experience it, is that money, success, whatever you want to call it, follows confidence, follows decision makers, follows people who move forward in despite of the baggage. Because people value courage. People follow courage. Courage can be in a variety of ways, all right? But the reality is, I don't know if it's the universe. I don't know if you are a philosophical person. I think I've like to think I'm a logical person, but at the same time, there's so many things that I can't, I can't fathom why they exist and why they do why things happen the way they do. But after years of coaching and watching and living, you start to see that there's got to be some sort of higher purpose, something out there that drives things that we're just completely unaware of. And the universe reacts to us. It's what's amazing about us, I feel like, right? It reacts to us, which all of that philosophical stuff boils down to what I'm trying to say here is that you yourself, your confidence, all wrapped up in how you work towards a goal. It's all dependent upon, do you believe in yourself? That doesn't mean you believe in yourself. Sorry, my dog's barking. Doesn't mean, it's like, do you believe in yourself? Cricket says yes, she believes in herself. But do you believe in yourself, right? Meaning like, do you take the chance? Do you step out on a limb? Do you try something when it seems crazy? When there is no reason why it should work? Do you do it? And what's funny is when you separate yourself and you look out like from a 20,000 foot view, you know what I mean? It's amazing how none of that is seen. All that's seen is the action that you're taking. But that action you're taking has to been decided by you to take that action. And that decision by you had to come from some sort of confidence in yourself that if I take an action, it's worth taking. The possibility is worth it. Does that make sense? Then all this, again, going back to that whole idea of where you are right now is where you are. What you've got right now is what you've got. So do what you can with it, right? Because that's it. There is nothing else at this moment. You're always going to be working on your craft. You're always going to be working on being a better business owner. You're always going to be working on a better marketer. You're always going to be working on better, community. You're always going to be working on all of this stuff. That's life, right? The day we don't work on anything anymore is the day we die. We're always going to be working on something. But I think the people who really gain success are the people, despite that wondering, despite that not knowing, still take action and move forward. Yes, it means you're going to blunder. It means you're going to screw up. It means you're going to make mistakes. It means you're going to look like an idiot sometimes. It means you're going to ask questions that seem like you're an idiot. That's okay. I mean, it's okay, right? It really is. I don't mean to be morbid, but I don't know if you guys have seen that video is going around where they show this. It's like, just a little motivational type video. I mean, it's morbid, but it's motivational at the same time in some ways. It talks about like 100 years from now. You know what I mean? Our grandchildren's children won't know us. All right. I mean, they won't remember us. Our house, all of our stuff probably owned by other people. They won't know who we were. The world will have changed, and it's morbid in some ways, but in other ways, it's liberating. Because if you think about it, what we do now, all right, what are we afraid of? What are we afraid of? And I don't know what, some people could say that fear comes from, the part in our brain that still has, the back to caveman times or whatever, or where we are, worried about our well-being, you know what I mean? And we're always fearful because that's the way, we were a long time ago. Or, some people think maybe society tells us that we need to be afraid of certain things. I don't know what it is, but I think we all experience it in some way or some forms, and that fear is what drives so much of us. And it's so interesting, imagine if you were driven by something else. I don't know. I guess I'm just shooting the breeze now. I'm trying to get too far off topic. But I guess the idea with all of this and with the fear and everything is that if we just take that fear, put it in a ball, right? And put it over the side. We're not going to ever get rid of it. Okay. I do think fear does play a good, a role in our lives, right? Because I think it keeps us sharp. All right. But at the same time, fear can also be detrimental to us taking any action forward when it immobilizes us. Right. And I think you might, that saying, right. And I think that's right. The only thing to fear is fear itself. Right. That quote, if you think about it, if you actually think about it, that is, when I was younger, people would say that and they're like, it's so profound to say that. And you're like, why? That doesn't make a lot of sense. But if you actually do stop and think about it, it is amazingly profound. Because fear itself, right, no matter what it's the fear of, it immobilizes us. And immobilization, I think, causes so many problems, because immobilization, meaning you not doing anything, is the same as you actively working against yourself. Life is action. Everything we value in life is moving. I mean, everything moves. We have to move. Look at our bodies. Our bodies, from the moment we're born to the moment we end, move. They do something. Your heart beats. Your blood flows. We move. The earth moves. There's nothing in this world that does not move. All right? So if we force ourselves to not move, we're going against nature. Boy, this kind of took a really turn. We should write a book. Anthony's thoughts. Don't read. No, I'm kidding. But anyways, I think just with all this being said, so much, just wrapping it all up so you can go back to your life. Stop listening to me rant. But wrapping it all up, I think it really does boil down to you taking action. Doing what you can with what you've got where you are. That's it. You cannot do any more than that. All right? You cannot do any more than that. Do you take chances? Absolutely. But again, it's doing what you can with what you got. Which is another philosophical question about actually looking around and see what you've got. Because a lot of times we have things we don't realize or we don't thought. Anyways, it's another story for another time. But again, right now, where you are, take that action. Do that audition. Put out that DIY demo. It's not perfect. It's not going to be. It's not meant to be. Okay? You're not going to destroy your business. Trust me, I've done this enough times where I've tried to destroy but I've done these things over and over again. My business isn't destroyed. I just did a job for the Mets yesterday. The Mets, right? I mean, what in the world? And then the same thing, at the same day, I did a job for the Mets, and then I did a job for a hunting company that sells blinds, like hunting blinds. I love this job. It's the job. I love this business. I love voiceover. It's so interesting and unique. But here's the point. I've done all the stuff I'm telling you to do, and I did not destroy my business. Okay? You won't destroy your business by taking action. You will destroy your business by doing nothing. Let's leave it at that. You guys are awesome. Thank you for sticking around this long. I don't know how long the video is. It was probably long. So if you're here, thank you. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. Like I said, we're almost halfway through May. Make sure you check out a VO's Journey Elite Academy so you can hear more of these crazy talks by Anthony. But check it out. We've got our classes and we've got our amazing community. They're incredible. I learned so much from them myself. So, plus all of our courses and everything are all included in the membership. So we'd love to have you guys. So thank you so much. You have a wonderful Wednesday. Take it easy. Remember, do what you can with what you've got where you are. Bye, everybody.